For today's top stories, let's go over to the CBN News Desk.
Gordon, while some states are passing new gun control laws, others are going in the opposite direction by passing new measures that give gun owners more rights. Ephraim Graham has this look at how different states are going opposite ways, starting with the new gun control actions in Connecticut and Maryland.
They're being called some of the strongest and most comprehensive gun laws in the nation. In Maryland, a bill that would force you to submit fingerprints to buy a handgun and limit magazines to 10 bullets. The State House and Senate just passed the bill, sending it to Democratic Governor Martin O'Malley, who proposed the legislation. Gun control advocates say the fingerprinting requirement will keep guns away from criminals.
We're not naive and think that it's going to cut down on all the violence and everything like that, but it's a step in the right direction in terms of trying to combat the straw purchasing and the illegal guns.
In Connecticut, Governor Dannel Malloy signed a 139-page gun control bill into law. Lawmakers there are still feeling the loss of the 20 children and 6 adults killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School.
The tragedy in Newtown demands a powerful response.
The bill expands the current state ban on assault weapons. It requires background checks for all firearm sales. It also bans the sale or purchase of magazines that would hold more than 10 rounds. And the bill addresses mental health and school security measures.
It certainly will help us here in Connecticut feel safer and more confident that this won't happen again.
Critics argue it does nothing to stop someone like Adam Lanza, who was not a law-abiding citizen and stole the guns he used.
Making it more onerous, more cumbersome, more burdensome on law-abiding citizens in our state is not the solution.
This year, 5 states have passed laws strengthening gun restrictions, but the march to expand gun rights hasn't exactly slowed in the wake of the Sandy Hook massacre. Many pro-gun laws are gaining ground. 10 states have passed laws that weaken gun restrictions, including Arkansas, South Dakota, Tennessee, and Kentucky. A recent CBS News poll shows 47% of Americans support stricter gun control laws, down from a peak of 57% just after the Sandy Hook shooting. Ephraim Graham, CBN News.
Thanks, Ephraim. Well, a new group is working to help abortion clinic workers get out of the industry. It's called And Then There Were None. The group has declared Monday, Exodus 2013, National Leave the Abortion Industry Day. They're offering help and support to those who want to walk away from the business of abortion. Since 2012, more than 45 abortion clinic workers have left the industry through this group. For more on Exodus 2013, I spoke with Abby Johnson, the woman behind the program. Abby is a former Planned Parenthood director. I asked her how she went from that position to being a pro-life advocate.
Well, I left Planned Parenthood on October 6, 2009, after witnessing a live abortion procedure. An ultrasound was used during the abortion, and I saw a 13-week-old unborn child fight and struggle for his life during that abortion procedure. And I knew then, after seeing the humanity of this tiny child, that I had to leave and I had to get out of the abortion industry.
I also asked her how the program is helping to advance the pro-life cause by giving abortion workers a way out.
We don't ever want money to be the reason that someone stays inside of the abortion industry. So we're able to provide them financial support and also help get them in contact with people who could help them find employment. We provide emotional support, legal support for them, and also spiritual support.
And you can see that entire interview by going to cbnnews.com. North Korea has once again been named the most hostile place for Christians in the world. That's according to the annual World Watch list from the Open Doors organization. The list ranks the 50 countries where Christian persecution is most severe. North Korea tops the 2013 list. In the country of 20 million, there are about 400,000 Christians. About 25% of those are believed to be imprisoned in labor camps because of their faith. Kidnappers are targeting Christians in a southern province in Egypt. More than 150 Christians have been kidnapped for ransom in the province of Minya over the past 2 years. Church leaders say the rise of the Muslim Brotherhood is partly to blame. That's because criminals are emboldened by the preaching of Islamic clerics who declare Christians second-class citizens. Christians rarely report the kidnappings because they don't believe the police will help them. One priest says local officials don't prosecute Muslims accused of attacking Christian homes and churches, and that encourages more crime. Here at home, economists and investors are hoping that the economy will keep up its slow recovery. One positive sign, housing prices have been improving steadily. A new report says home prices are up over 10% in the last year. And despite questions about the health of the job market, some business leaders say it looks like the economy is on the mend.
There really is a sense that things are recovering, and we feel that too. So, despite maybe what some of the numbers say, I think there's just a better, more positive feeling out there.
Many economists also predict the slow but steady recovery will continue through the rest of the year. A new study finds that walking can bring you the same health benefits as running. But you have to walk more in order to get the same benefits. That's because runners use about twice as much energy as walkers. But walking is easier for many people, that's for sure. And either activity can reduce the risk for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and heart disease. Researchers say that physical activity is good no matter what the intensity level. And those are today's top stories from CBN News. Nearly 1 week after the holiday, Easter festivities continue at the White House. President Obama and Vice President Biden are participating in the annual Easter prayer breakfast today. They join Christian leaders from across the country to pray, reflect, and celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Operation Blessing continues to help those hurt by the tsunami in Japan in 2011. The community of Fukushima, home of a nuclear power plant, was hit especially hard because of concerns over radiation. Recently, a kindergarten and after-school center asked Operation Blessing to supply food and drinks for the children. OB teams decided to do much more than that. In an official presentation ceremony, Operation Blessing gave the center the snacks they needed, as well as a bus complete with a beautiful new logo designed by a local artist. That really is pretty. Well, you can find out more about Operation Blessing by going to their website at ob.org.